This is exactly what the Padres need, as this player might be available and would be huge for the Padres lineup. Should we go out and get them? Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest with your host, Andrew. Also, please apply if you would like. But today we're talking about a possible trade option, technically two, but we're focusing more on one possible trade option for the Padres. Someone we have talked about, especially around the trade deadline, so it's someone you might be familiar with. But before we get too deep into it, please subscribe as always. I still got to work on that duo video. I've been so busy. I'm sorry. We'll get there eventually, but we're almost done October. If we can somehow get 300 subscribers and get to 3,000? I already forgot. Oh my God. But if we can get there, that would be amazing. But yeah, let's talk about it. You probably saw from the intro, Yandy Diaz. Yandy Diaz is a player, solid player. Defensively, he's fine. Is a nice way to say it. But offensively, he would be a huge step up for the Padres, especially at first base. He does have some control. I don't remember exactly how much it was. I'll look it up in a sec. But he is someone that would be I think a huge upgrade at first base if we trade for him. Now, I want to make one thing very clear, of course. Yes, I am fully aware our prospect pool is pretty much depleted. Yes, I know it would be pretty hard to make a deal like this, but I don't want to say let's put that aside, because let's be honest, we're going to make a lot of trade talk videos, and I'm not saying that we should make every single trade that I'm going to bring up to you, me and Christian at least, over the course of the offseason. I think we have the resources to get one really good player and then maybe like 2 or 3 okay players, or either or. So either one really good player or 2, maybe 3 solid players. I would think Yandy Diaz is in between really good and solid. So great? No, I'm probably better than really good. You know what I mean, though. But I think genuinely he might be good. So I have an article from Aaron Coloma. I couldn't find his name. Aaron Coloma. Padres tabbed as trade fit for an all-star first baseman to replace Luis Arraez. And I think that's a very good thing. So I do have the article. It's not super long, so we're just going to, read it real quick. I do want to look up real quick, though, how much is on his contract, because I saw it and I forgot. It might be on the article, actually, so let me read first. Not me being completely out of my mind. Well, let's start. The San Diego Padres are in a tricky spot this offseason as they are set to lose numerous players during the free agency period. So I also, just really quickly, next video I'm recording, I'm going to show you the Padres that are becoming free agents and the kind of contracts they could get. And we're going to talk about if we should re-sign them or not. Just want to tease that. But okay, back to it. The Padres obviously need to reinforce their starting pitching after Dylan Cease, Michael King, and Nestor Cortes leave. Nestor Cortes isn't a loss, to be honest, but anyways, but also have a major problem on the right side of the infield. Luis Arraez, who has played at first and second since joining the Padres in May 2024, is set to enter free agency and will likely not come back to Petco Park. Ryan O'Hearn, who arrived at the trade deadline, will also test the free agency market during the offseason. Bleacher Report's Kelly Miller believes the Padres could realistically make a trade for a first or second baseman due to Jake Cronenworth's ability to play either first or second, either position, before the 2026 season, and lists the Tampa Bay Rays' Yandy Diaz as a prime candidate. With 3-time batting champ Luis Arraez on his way out the door, the Padres have a hole on the right side of the infield next to Jake Cronenworth, wrote Miller. Filling it with a first baseman who has hit .301 over the past 4 seasons would make a lot of sense. I can read. If the Grays are intent on keeping Diaz, though, perhaps Cardinals second baseman Brendan Donovan, 2 years of arbitration eligibility remaining, is on the table. Either one could work with Cronenworth's potential flexibility. And then just one more. Between these two options, Diaz would address the Padres' needs far better than Donovan. Padres hit just 152 home runs in 2025, the third fewest in baseball. The addition of Diaz, who had a career-high 25 last season, would be a huge step up for the Padres and would generate significantly more offense, which they missed last season. Diaz has 1 season remaining on his contract, as well as a conditional club option for 2027. Okay, yeah, so I didn't have to look up the contract. So he's not like here for a long time, right? But he's not here for a good time. No, he's here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to make that joke. But yeah, I mean, Diaz, very solid player, right? I don't think anyone has ever said he's a bad player. I know he's not like Pete Alonso, 50 home runs a season. He's not Kyle Schwarber with 80 home runs a season. But he's a solid player who can hit for power and has good slug, or good average and has good slug. So I can show you everyone's favorite website, Baseball Savant, Yandy Diaz. So he's 34, so he's not like he's young or anything like that, but he's not like ancient. I mean, we have Yu Darvish on our team, so we know what ancient players are like. But I mean, he seems like a very, very solid piece. I mean, I have 2025 and maybe his best season, 2023. So good comparisons, right? You can see him as he was. He's still good last year, right? But you can see 2023 as his peak. But his expecting batting average was 296 and he hit 300, which is still really good, right? His slug is really good. His batting run value is pretty great. So the numbers offensively look really good. Fielding wise, he'd be better suited as a DH, but he can play, according to Google, serviceable to average first base. And it's not like first base is like the most important position defensively. You know what I mean? Like we saw Jason Giambi out there. I mean, I don't remember how his defense was, to be honest, but listen, as long as I can hit really hard and catch a baseball, you're probably fine. As long as you're not doing the crappy defense Eric Hosmer does when he backs up on the base and lets the ball bounce into the base runner. Still don't know why he did that. But this is the kind of offensive production the Padres absolutely need. He averaged, I mean, 2024 only had 14 home runs, fine, right? But 20 home runs is nothing to scoff at. You know what I mean? Especially when you're hitting 300, 330. It doesn't have RBIs on here. I wish it did. Let me find it for you on this side. But I don't know. It's pretty much exactly what we need. So he had 83 last year and then 78 in 2023. Yes, there's obviously better first basemen out there, but for the trade value, I feel like the Rays, like we've traded with the Rays before, right? Like we got Blake Snell for him for like basically a bucket of popcorn. You know what I mean? Like we gave him Patino, and he sucked. And we gave them just like nothing great, if I can remember correctly. Hold on, I gotta remember. Yeah, so we gave up Patino, Francisco Mejia. I don't even know where Mejia is anymore. Cole Wilcox and Blake Hunt. I don't know who those people are. Maybe I'm a casual, but I don't know. I mean, listen, the Rays, they're very good at developing. So if we could literally give them anybody, and I'm sure they would do a good enough job for the Rays, because the Rays are cheap, right? They're a small market team, but they make things work. So I think realistically speaking, Yandy Diaz is definitely a possibility. And it shouldn't cost Cruz Schoolcraft. It shouldn't cost Jorge Quintana. Like, it should cost some slapdick prospects. Let's put it that way. But the other player I was mentioned, though, Brendan Donovan, he is one of the players who was nominated for the Utility Silver Slugger. So that's where you might know the name from. But he isn't bad, but he's definitely not Yandy Diaz. If I'm being totally honest, he's a slightly better Jake Cronenworth, which is why I don't think having him and Jake Cronenworth in the same lineup would make much sense, because they're basically the same player, right? They're all going to hit like, I don't know, like 10 home runs a year. Like, it's not bad. It's not great. He plays really good defense. He can play anywhere. Like, oh, I mean, his defense isn't like the craziest thing in the world, but it's good enough that he can get a utility. Did he get utility Gold Glove last year? I forget when. I'm pretty sure he was nominated, though. Anyways, the point being is that he can play anywhere. He hits for contact and some power. 287. It's not like, it's good. It's not like Yandy Diaz 300, but it's good, right? And he's obviously going to be much cheaper, probably prospect-wise, and more control. Well, maybe. I don't know. It depends. But he's 28. He, like I said, just a better Jake Cronenworth, in my opinion. So he would be good if we got rid of Jake Cronenworth, but I don't think we're getting rid of Jake Cronenworth. So I would like him if Cronenworth is gone. I would not like him if Cronenworth is still here, because they're basically the same exact player, in my opinion. You guys might think differently. Let me know if you think differently. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Do you think Yandy Diaz is a good fit on this team? I know, again, we're out of prospects, basically, but would you be willing to trade any of our slapdick prospects or one of our big prospects for a year, maybe 2 years of Yandy Diaz? Or would you rather settle for someone like Brendan Donovan, or just sign Pete Alonso, sign Kyle Schwarber, hope they pony up the money? Let me know how you guys feel. But thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, please subscribe and go Padres. Goodbye.